So as Biden was rambling on the issue of Russia, Bernie had jokes here. Let's take a look.
Vice President?
I think I maybe, it doesn't make me any better or worse, but maybe the only person who spent extensive time alone with Putin as well as with Erdogan. And Erdogan understands that, you talk about should he stay in or out of NATO. He understands that he's out of NATO, he's in real trouble. But the fact of the matter is we have been unwilling in this administration because we have an erratic, crazy president who knows not a damn thing about foreign policy and operates out of fear for his own reelection. Think what's happened. The fact of the matter is you have Russia influencing and trying to break up NATO. What does the president do? He says, I believe Vladimir Putin. I believe Vladimir Putin. I don't believe our intelligence community.
Suggesting I'm Vladimir Putin.
No, I'm not. But here's the deal. Think what that did. He turns around and he questions whether or not he'll keep the sacred commitment of Article 5 for the NATO members. If he is reelected, I promise you, there will be no NATO. Our security will be vastly underrated. We will be in real trouble.
Okay, first of all, that's not true. If Trump is reelected, I guarantee you there will be a NATO. This is like fear-mongering on the next level. Second of all, nobody's watching that and like cheering on Biden. It's not like, if you look at the list of concerns of your average American, where do you think NATO falls? What percentage of the people watching even know what NATO is? And this is one of the areas where, Biden's all in, like, I'm Mr. Serious presidential guy, and I'm going to be super hawkish and standoffish with Russia. Vote for me. Wow. How brave of you to run on, like, continuing the new Cold War. But Bernie's interjection was the best. Some people on Twitter were saying, did he really think that Bernie was Putin? No, he didn't. He was doing, a figure of speech thing, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. Biden does have serious cognitive problems at this moment, but I don't think it was that. He was, mimicking, like, oh, this is what Trump did. Like, oh, I believe Vladimir Putin, because Vladimir Putin was next to him when he did the whole thing, and said, I don't believe our intelligence agencies. So Bernie, perfect timing, got right in there, in and out with the joke, boom, done. I mean, I know I'm fanboying a little bit, but it's actually moments like that land really well in debates, because they're very human, and you're quick on your feet, and you're witty. And this is actually, what it reminds me of? I mean, not too much, but a little bit, because of the laughter from the crowd, for the most part, is when Megyn Kelly was asking the question to Trump about, you've called women pigs, and she goes through a list of all these negative adjectives. And Trump chimes in, only Rosie O'Donnell. And then the audience is like, pfft. Now, it didn't even matter. It didn't matter that wasn't true. And he calls like 50% of the women he meets, he calls that stuff. That didn't matter, though, because he won the exchange because the audience was with him. And that was the perception to everybody watching that, is like, oh my God, he's got like a comedian's timing, and he nailed it. So, unfortunately, there's a really good argument as to that's why debates are not great, is because if you have 4 or 5 moments like that in a debate, you won. It almost doesn't matter the rest of what you said, which is terrible, because it shows that the substance is not the most important thing. So that's why I've called debates the WWE of intellectual pursuits. I just don't think they're a good way of getting at what's true. But having said that, even that little moment there, Bernie is rocking this format, and he's doing it like a boss. And Joe Biden, meandering Joe Biden. And again, I can't escape this segment without telling you guys yet again how disappointed I am in CNN. Because I'm telling you, 2 questions on impeachment, 2 questions on Russia and Putin, no questions on climate change and corruption. That tells you all you have to know, man. It does. That tells you everything. And they really are trying to, work up this angle of like, oh my God, Vladimir Putin, Russia. One of them, I think it was Beto O'Rourke, who said, this is how he described Russian meddling in our election. They invaded the United States of America. They invaded us. He said it was an invasion. And then if you thought, oh, he slipped up, he didn't really mean that, he said it twice in his answer. Not only is that not true, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. This reminds me of when they were calling, Russian meddling like it's the new Pearl Harbor or the new 9/11, and some Democratic congresspeople said that. It's really unbelievable how out of touch these people are. But anyway, Biden's weird and Bernie nailed it.